from the All Indiana Podcast Network.
This is AC's Conversations.
AC's Conversations is about sports, music, TV, movies, and more.
Everything and more.
Everything is ready to go.
That include the latest news and rumors, along with interviews with the biggest names in sports and entertainment.
This
is AC's Conversations with your host,
News 8 Sports Director.
The man is the real deal.
Let's go to work, fellas.
Anthony Calhoun.
Anthony Calhoun, joined by the legend himself, the 2008 Indy 500 winner. Year 25 in the series. I'm sorry to throw all these old numbers to you, if you will, but man, what I look at it is like this. Hey, what a career, and you're still taking care of business. My goodness.
Yeah, last year was definitely up and down, but yeah, 25th year. It only feels like 4 or 5 years. It's weird. The media day, that feels like 25 years. I'm doing media days, but no, it's been tremendous so far, and obviously we're trying to build on that, trying to go for a 7th championship this year, and another win at the 500 would be amazing. But I'm so lucky to be in the position I am, man, and get to do what I really love.
Yeah, and here we are at media day for the IndyCar Series coming up for the 2025 season. I know it never gets old for you, right? Getting a chance to see these other drivers, some familiar faces, but it also means, hey, it's time to go to work as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's time you kind of kick off the season. This off season was kind of remarkably long, I think, just in the sheer fact that there wasn't a whole lot of testing. Last year we had quite an intense off season just with hybrid testing. But yeah, this year I won't actually drive the car from the last race in Nashville, first or second week in September, and then the next time I get to drive is right before St. Pete in February. So. Yeah, it's is what it is, but man, that pent-up tension, I think, for all of us trying to get to St. Pete for that first race, man, everybody's really pumped and excited. Obviously, a ton of new faces with the series. Obviously, some drivers have switched teams as well, but it's great to see the young talent coming through.
Yeah, and you talk about the young talent and all these new faces. We know one thing's for sure, just like last year and prior years before then, it's going to be so competitive. As a veteran driver like yourself, I'm sure you welcome that, right?
Absolutely. I think competition is what drives most of us. I think whether it's from the team front or the team personnel, but to the drivers as well. So, this year will be no different. I think last year was pretty exceptional, just with how tight it was, especially with, maybe 4 races to go. It was extremely tight in the championship. On our side, we definitely had a rough last part to the season. We led the first half part of the year, which was tremendous. But, as soon as you miss anything nowadays, you're out, man. You're out the back.
And, well, your teammate and Alex Palou, what he's been able to accomplish with 3 series titles in the past 4 years. You've been around this game for a long time, and we know he's becoming a veteran now from the time he's done this. But to see him and have him as a teammate, what does that mean to you? And just see how far he's come and just how effective he's been on the track.
Yeah, it's been huge. Obviously a massive congrats, I think, to him and the 10-car side. And them as a team have done a really good job of, just maximizing everything. Whether it's a bad day or, an issue in qualifying, they're still able to bounce back and capture a 4th or 5th or even close to a win, out of a bad draw. So, for them, they are the team to beat. They have been obviously going back-to-back. It's been a little while since probably Dario, I think, Franchitti, that went back-to-back championships. So kudos to them, but they've got the target on their back, man. Everybody's coming for them. Even myself, I can see how they do it. I know how they do it. Yeah. But all of us just want to beat them, man. So we'll be trying to do our best.
Well, we know last May you came so close to winning your second Indy 500. We know the appreciation like yourself and other drivers have for the month of May, but how do you try not to get so focused on that month and really start to take care of business the first 3 weeks when you talk about St. Pete?
Yeah, I think for us, to keep it simple, we set 2 goals, right? First, win the Indianapolis 500. Secondly, win the championship. And I think once you come out of the 500, being, typically the 5th race of the year, you've still got, 11 or more races to try and sort out that championship. And, hopefully you're in a good spot. Last year, we were in a great spot after that race. And you can really focus on the championship. But honestly, it's the 500 is its own thing, but you have to treat it as just another race. I think it's so easy to get sucked into, how big an event it is, and just adding that pressure that you don't need to put on yourself. But there's a ton of races out there, and I think for us, and especially on the 9-car side, we want to win the first one, man. We want to go to St. Pete and win the first one.
Well, you've done it all. 6 series championships for yourself, 25 years in the business of just doing it, and so consistent time and time again. And I asked your friend Graham Rahal this. He's getting ready for his 18th season, and we kind of talk about the R word, and he was like, no, not me at all. But as for yourself, I mean, where are you personally as far as your love for the sport, and just how long do you think you can continue to do this?
I don't know. I think it's one of those moments, and I think talking to other people that are retired, but unfortunately I get to talk to a lot of people that are retired, and they're like, man, I retired too early. They were like, I should have just kept going because I really miss it. I really enjoyed it. But I think you'll know that feeling. And for me, I've got such great support from, my wife and my family, and obviously the team. For me, it's amazing that I'm able to do what I'm able to do and love the sport, and when that time comes, I'll know, but it's definitely not anytime soon.
I love it. And we'll get chatting on this. I've been asking the drivers to send a special message to all the fans as they get ready for the 2025 season, so I'll let you take it away and just send a message to those guys.
Yeah, we can't thank you enough. A massive thank you to all the fans, obviously in Indy for the Indy 500, but across the country. This is a fantastic series, and we can't thank you, and the appreciation for what you bring to us, and hopefully we can put on a great year for you. Cheers.
Discover more at wishtv.com and when you follow Wish TV on Facebook. Plus, be sure to follow and subscribe to the AC's Conversations podcast and others on the All Indiana Podcast Network. Connect now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.